Hello, I'm Bunnery.
I'm Bread Mower.
And this is Dave.
And this is IFXtra.
So, we hope you've all had a good week. We've had a busy week, haven't we?
Yes.
Working away. This week, Interference and Chill was actually done by Ferry.
I know.
Back in the chair.
2 weeks running.
Yeah.
I think she's doing next week.
With her computer fixed and everything. It's cool.
Well, new computer now.
Oh, it's on the new one.
Okay. Which is all
nice.
good. So, yeah, she did our interactive drawing stream on Wednesday. I only managed to catch a bit of it. But I know that there was some interesting discussions about things people would like. If you haven't seen it, it's basically, she plays Interference, but it's interactive. So when you're watching the stream, you can do things like, no, Dave, don't go up there. Just trying to climb on my table. You can do things like adjust the palette that she has access to, or disable the undo button, or give her extra time if you're feeling nice. There's been some interesting suggestions for new things to add in. Well, there was a discussion about colour blindness. Gored was watching the stream. Gored's colourblind, well, red-green colourblind, and gave us some feedback about the quiz, saying it's a bit difficult to see, when you show which is the correct answer, and we do red and green, it's a bit difficult to see which is which. So I made an adjustment so that the incorrect answers, as well as going red, there's sort of like a kind of a cross in the background. So you can see even if you can't tell the colour.
That's good.
So there was this discussion about colour blindness on Interference and Chill, and one of the suggestions was sort of colourblind mode.
How would that work?
Where you can't see, like maybe we have the palette, but you can't see what the colours are, and we randomise the positions. So you pick this one, and I mean normally that's green, but actually you start drawing with it and it's pink. And so then there's a bit of challenge of remembering where the things are. Or another suggestion was an interaction where the audience can basically give you a mystery palette button, and there's just one button and you press it and it changes to a random colour out of the palette, and then you draw stuff and then you press it and then you've got another random colour, and it might be the one you need, it might not.
It'd be interesting drawing.
So yeah, there's been a few things like that.
That's
it could
a good
be
idea.
interesting. So I'm going to try and have a look at that. I'm going to try and schedule a bit of time to have a chat with Ferret and get some feedback based on everything that people said to her and how she thinks things would work as well. Okay,
we've also got a new social media idea.
Yes.
Or platform to try. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Well, I mean, this is all the cool kids, isn't it, really?
I don't know.
So those of you who are into social stuff might remember Vine, which was this thing. I mean, how long ago was Vine? It's a few years ago now. 6-second looped videos. And so, yeah, it was really big at the time and then got closed down. I think, did Twitter buy it in the end?
Why did it get closed down?
I don't know. Anyway, so someone has made this thing called Byte, which is 6-second loop video. It's Vine, basically. Vine Mark II. Everyone's going crazy for it at the minute. It's like really big. So
it's perfect for just drawing, like showing a 6-second redrawing.
Exactly.
Of our pictures.
So I hadn't really paid any attention to this, but I think it launched publicly on Monday, maybe.
Is that new, is it? Wow.
Yeah, it's been in beta for a while, but I think it started on Monday or last weekend or something. And Ferret said, I've had a look at this. It might be interesting. 6 seconds, do some replays. So we've had a go at this, and we're posting things like replays of Picture of the Week, Community Pick of the Week onto there to see what people think. We got a little tag for the game on there as well. So
and your name, if you're mentioned, if you're used.
Obviously, we're crediting
from you,
who's actually done the things. We're all about credit.
We are.
But yeah, we're hoping that people might go, okay, this looks kind of cool, and come over to the game.
Play the game,
Cool. So yeah, if you're on Byte and you want to see some of this stuff, then yeah, we play IFX, just like on Twitter.
Cool.
Someone already had Interference. I might need to wave the trademark piece of paper and see if we can get that.
Okay.
I might need to find the
find it. Yeah, I don't
know. That's a bit worrying.
It was in a frame somewhere at one point.
Yeah, that was really expensive.
Okay.
Never mind. That's our bit of stuff.
Anyway, shall we see who won this week's awards?
Yes.
Okay. Picture of the week this week goes to 9% Irish for bubbles. This is an amazing picture. I don't know how you managed to do that. You've got the rainbow effect around the edge of the bubbles and the little tiny bubbles attached to it. That's really, really good. Well done, 9% Irish.
My favourite description this week was, Batman gets a back tattoo, accidentally revealing identity, by Hoot. Now you make a good point there. That would be a pretty big giveaway. Unless it's actually some kind of double bluff, because why would you get a Batman tattoo if you really were Batman? Ah, I like your thinking there. Nice work, Hoot.
Community pick of the week this week goes to Lavender Tales for Happy Marshmallows Roast Themselves. They do look very happy about being roasted. Okay, maybe it doesn't hurt. That's an awesome picture though. Very happy. Well done, Lavender. They were amazing.
Awesome stuff there, as always.
Absolutely. Okay, now we're going to see what we were talking about last week in the forums. So last week we were talking about space. Would you actually go to a different planet and try and colonize it for Earth? Or for humans, I should say.
I do worry that we won't really have a choice at some point.
At some point, I know. Some people have said that. Yeah, there are quite a few interesting, quite deep discussions about this on in the forums, yeah. I mean, Boba Fett said if I didn't have to worry about my kids, I would in a heartbeat. I've always been a big sci-fi fan, obviously. Due to the name.
Hence the name, yeah.
Yeah. Ghostly Son said I wouldn't. I love this planet too much and I would miss the seasons, delicious food and the animals.
Yeah, but
I mean, with you.
Well, true. But also, there might be like other delicious food. New
cute
new
animals. What, cuter than
Well,
cats?
I guess that kind of depends on discovering life.
Yeah, well,
as
exactly,
so,
it would, wouldn't it?
But maybe you'd have like a weird season where it was like really nice and warm, but snowing or something.
Wow,
or
that'd be weird.
The rain was purple or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Moomin Milk said, no internet and potentially floating poop. No thanks.
This is true.
You don't really think about that, do you?
Yeah. I like the idea of it being, Star Trek style. So, there's some sort of artificial gravity or something. Yeah.
It's all nice and clean inside, all white. That'd be cool.
I've never actually noticed, like, when you watch Star Trek, no one ever walks past a loo, do they?
No. Don't know where the loos are.
Yeah. Anyway. Yes, sorry. So Gored said, I like the part about discovering a new planet, its flora and fauna, maybe even discovering new civilizations and culture. Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's the exciting thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of
if
being
such
an
thing is
explorer.
possible, yeah.
The space travel part about it scares me more, especially when it might be a long time with few people in a very confined space. So maybe I'd follow in a second group. Yeah, that's probably the way to go. I mean, I know they do experiments with this where they get people and just like lock them in a small room or building or whatever for 6 months.
See how
and
they
then
get
they don't
on.
see anyone else. Yeah.
But 9% Irish got an interesting take. Humans share nearly 50% of the DNA with fungi and mushrooms. But life outside our planet would be 0% DNA sharing. Truly alien. It's very hostile out there and very little could prepare us for that adventure. The first explorers are almost certainly destined to fail, but that failure would lead to eventual success. It is for that reason, that inevitable success, that I would step into the dark unknown to pave the way for those that follow. That's very brave, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, I like that.
And I mean, I
think he's right, yeah.
Those are the kind of people... Oh, hang on, I got a cat coming here. Hello, Dave. Those are the kind of people who are going to save us,
yeah,
really.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because, as I say, I think it's... sorry, cats keep pulling my microphone. I feel like we're going to need to do this at some point.
I know.
And it's going to be people like that who are basically going to pave the way for everyone else to survive.
Exactly. Wow.
Interesting
Very
ideas,
deep stuff, isn't it?
It is. It makes you think.
Yeah.
And especially with you sort of starting it based off Star Trek, because of course the difference there is, there's all like faster than light, warp drive and
all these things actually make it easy. But it's not going to be easy, is it?
It's not going to be easy to start with at all.
Way, no.
Unless it is like Star Trek, and when someone notices us driving around in space, actually there's all this stuff going on, but like they're not allowed to talk to us until we've done space travel properly.
Oh, okay.
So maybe we'll land on Mars, then all these people will be there like, well done.
You're in the club.
Could happen.
You never know. So if you want to read more of those answers or contribute your own, have a look on the forums. Okay, now we're going to see what we're going to talk about next week. It's February, so it's forum game time. Take a saying, book title, name of a film, and put all the words into alphabetical order. The next person has to put the words in the correct order and then leave a puzzle for the next person. For example, A Lady of Portrait the book, which is The Portrait of a Lady. If you like, you can give a little clue, such as book or movie, etc. So here's the first one. Lambs of Silence, the. It's a movie.
If you'd like to chime in with that, then just head over to the general discussion forum. It's the pinned thread for the week, so you'll find it at the top of the thread list.
Okay, now don't forget, tomorrow night is quiz night. Exciting.
Yeah, if you've not seen this before, every Sunday night at 7 p.m. UK time, we run Zeitgeist, the interference quiz of the week. Basically a live interactive stream. It's a bit like watching a TV quiz show, except instead of just shouting the answers at the screen, you can play along against the rest of the audience. Yeah. And as you get questions right, we give you points and then add them all up on a leaderboard.
Yeah, I've chosen my artist for this week. I haven't read the questions yet, but we'll get there.
Okay. So yeah, each round is based on some of the week's drawings from interference. And no one knows what's coming up. I literally no idea. I just wing it every week. Bunnery picks the drawings and writes the questions. So all we get to know in advance is who the featured artists are. Yeah.
So this week we've got Artsy Ninja 20, Cadence, we've got Hoot, Cat 16, and Lavender Tales. Some very interesting drawings.
Ooh, okay, interesting. As I say, no one else knows which drawings have been picked, so if you'd like to see, you'll have to join us on Sunday night, 7 p.m. UK time, over on mixer.com/interference. And yeah, as I say, you get to compete against the rest of the audience, and we give you points as you get answers right. And we can tell you that last week, Ferret actually finished in first place on 213 points, followed very closely behind by Jess on 210. And then M. Devaney was in third place on 205. They're quite new, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Have they been here? One of the Cat fam. So an associate of Dr. Ridout and Mr. Parallax. But it was pretty close.
We had a few over 200 answers, didn't we?
I mean, even the ones who didn't make it into the top three, it was very close. So third place 205, fourth place 201, fifth place 200. It was all down to the bonuses for getting the fastest answer.
It was, that's it. So we'll come and join in tomorrow night, 7 o'clock.
So if you'd like to join us, as Bunnery says, 7 p.m. UK time every Sunday, mixer.com/interference. Although we're normally there a little bit earlier for a bit of pre-quiz chat, so we're there from about 1:45.
Yeah, Dave might be here too. You never know.
Sometimes the cats are here. If you'd like to get updated as to when this is all happening, you can always join us on Discord as well. playinterference.com/Discord, and there's a stream schedule channel in there.
Okay, I think that's all the news for this week.
Yeah,
so
that's it.
Just goes to say,
if you're not already taking part in the game, then get involved at playinterference.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at PlayIFX or on Facebook at PlayInterference. We've also now got a Patreon page at patreon.com/interference if you want to give us a bit of monthly support for the ongoing maintenance of the game, adding in new features, building the quiz, looking after cats. They need lots of looking after. And all of the other things that we do for you. We really appreciate your support.
We do. Okay, that's it for this week. So we'll see you again next time.
Have a great week. We'll see you next Saturday.
Bye for now.
Bye.